All right, guys, it's episode 60 of. I love that intro so much.
Yeah.
I got to come up with a new one of these days. But yes, it is episode 60 of Paper and Plastic. I am one of your hosts, Pop and Sloth, and this is my good friend and your co-host, Dr. Plagas. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Are those comments from Sam from tonight or like last show when we didn't show up?
No, he showed up half an hour early. And
Okay.
he's letting us know it's 5 minutes till showtime. And by golly, we are here. We are awake. And we're ready to give you guys a little bit of content for your Sunday evening. So thank you guys for joining us. And I think we should just start getting right into it with some haulage. You got a couple things to maybe show off?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really busy these last couple of weeks, and I actually not this week, but last week didn't even go to a comic shop, which might be the first time in like 4 or 5 years that I didn't visit at least a comic shop once during a week.
Wow.
This week, I did have a really quick trip,
Mm.
almost to Seattle. I had to go to Issaquah, and then I flirted with the idea of going a little bit further to Bellevue and potentially hitting up Dave, but ultimately,
Mm.
I just didn't have enough time, and I didn't want to. I didn't really want to message him and get his hopes up, and then
Right.
have plans fall through. So I did not have enough time to do anything, but
Mm.
on my way back, I stopped at there's like this antique store slash fruit
Mm.
stand,
Oh.
just about 30 miles out from my hometown.
Mm.
Um, and they have just a ton of comics, like as much as a comic shop, maybe, maybe even like more like a bigger comic shop. A lot are pretty overpriced, but um, you can find some gems. I don't
Oh, yeah.
know if I actually. Oh, I do have one book. No, I have two books that I thought were worthy of showing off.
Okay.
From
Yeah.
that place. One of them is this Tales to Offend, which is kind of
Oh.
a homage to like some of the old like Golden Age EC comics,
Mm-hmm.
like Tales of the Crypt and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But this is actually Frank Miller when he was kind of doing some more independent work with Dark Horse, and I
Okay.
so this is I always forget the word, like what do they call it, the compilation
Like an anthology.
anthology, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh which is okay, yeah, I thought was pretty cool. So there's a Frank Miller story in here, but there's also some work by Marie Severin,
Oh.
who is she did some really like popular cover work in the Silver Age.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
classic cover of Silver Surfer kind of dragging the Hulk. I might have even shown
Mm.
that book off recently because I got it, but just some cool creators on that book.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, I was really happy to find this. So this is Dark Horse Presents 100, which they had
Oh.
a handful of covers from.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Miller did a cover, Mike Mignola did a cover. I think Stan Sakai probably even did a cover.
Mm.
But and I've got all of those, but one that's kind of eluded me was this Mike Allred cover, and so I was really happy to find that, and for a pretty solid price that I was more than happy to pay. So
And
pretty
there's
cool.
some. I love the cover. That cover, anyways. It's
Yeah,
got some
yeah,
great characters.
totally why I wanted it. Like, I've got several copies of this issue already, but
Mm.
a lot of my favorite artists were on Dark Horse at that time, so it's got to try to collect them all.
Of course. Of course.
Let's see, what do we got here? Um, so right now on my Bin Sifter page,
Mm.
I recently posted some new inventory. And that is actually some consignment stuff. I'm helping a buddy out and selling some of his books.
Hmm.
Um, and so right now I've got those books in my possession, and pretty cool. Like a couple of them are some pretty cool bigger key books that I've never had in my possession before. So it's kind
Okay.
of like, even though it's temporary, it's kind of cool to have them. One of
Mhm.
them is a book that I've always wanted, and that is Daredevil #2, which is, I think, maybe the second appearance of Electro.
Okay.
Yeah, really old Silver Age book, really
Hmm.
cool. Electro is definitely a character that I really like. I love like his design. It's always
Mhm.
been one of my favorite villain designs,
Mhm.
at least kind of like in that Spider-Man era.
Yeah.
I really loved in the Silver Age, like a lot of these guys, like Electro and like Sandman, jumped around a lot.
Mm.
I'll have another issue here in a minute that kind of falls into that category.
Right.
But another cool one is
Oh, yeah.
Avengers 57. Yeah, first appearance of
Classic.
Vision. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
so pretty cool. Just another one I've had in my possession. Not necessarily one that I really desire to own, but
Mhm.
still, a big character and a really cool book. So pretty fun to have those. And then hopefully the sale goes well, because if it does, this will be my book.
Mhm.
I ultimately, when I got this, I was like, I think I'll probably end up buying it if the sale doesn't go good. But that is
Ooh.
Fantastic Four 57, which
Wow.
is this great Jack
Yeah.
Kirby Doctor Doom cover. And this is such a great book. So, kind of the first half of this book has the Frightful Four and Sandman
Yo.
and them make a jailbreak, basically. But
Oh, okay.
the second portion of this story is a Doctor Doom story where he has the Silver Surfer come to Latveria, where he basically uh, has the Surfer help him create a device that ultimately allows him to steal the Surfer's cosmic powers. So, and then what's great about this book is I'm having deja vu, like I've shown this off before, because
You definitely
I
have not. I've
okay,
never seen that one, no.
okay. Well, I've had this book before, but it came in a collection that I had to sell. But I think hopefully
Wow.
this great full page spread.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just beautiful.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hmm.
really nice, solid copy of this book. Staples and everything well attached, and
Very nice.
it's gonna be mine. It's gonna
Yeah.
be mine.
Just yeah.
Possession is 9/10 of the law, so it actually is mine. I think that's
No,
the state.
that's sweet. That's a great book.
And what's up to Eric? Hopefully you stick around, because I think a portion of the show, as far as on my end, will make you very happy. Um, so there's a little teaser to
Oh, yeah.
keep you here.
And Daniel Osborne's hanging out. Good
Oh,
evening.
hey, what's
Love
up,
this
Ozzy?
comic.
Funny story. I was telling you backstage that my employee
Mm.
abruptly had to take some time off. I
Yeah.
actually reached out to Ozzy to see, because he's a school teacher, so he's off for the summer.
Oh, yeah.
And he had, at one of our trips comic hunting, he had kind of expressed interest in my industry,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
so I kind of thought, maybe maybe he wants a summer job and hang out with me, but it probably wouldn't be good. We'd probably end up talking too much and getting the work done. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Bound to happen.
another one is I picked up this issue of Demon #7, which
Mm.
is the first appearance of this guy, which is like Witch Boy or something.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I don't know why it's slipping my mind. But really good issue. But this is a really nice copy, and it's upgrading. just upgrading. I have this
Mm,
completed run,
mhm.
but my issue of this was in really bad condition, so I found a reasonably priced one that was in
Hmm.
great condition. So really happy to replace that.
I
Um,
so is that something would you so then do you sell your replaced copy, the one that you or do you just kinda
if
hold
the
on
book
to it?
had value, I
Yeah.
would. I think the condition of the one I have, I probably wouldn't be able to get anything
Mm,
for it. So I don't know what I'll do with it. Put it in a box for trade someday or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I
mm,
did think about that because it is always nice, if you're able to kind of recoup maybe some of the money that you spent on the newer upgraded version.
mm.
I typically would very much do that. Yes.
Alright, no. Oh, so
Um,
Sandrock's coming in here with the Claron?
yeah,
Claron?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Witch Boy?
Jeez.
There you go.
Yeah, Witch Boy. Yep. Um, I got this copy of Snoid Comics, first
What?
printing, I believe, which is always fun with these underground books. This is a Robert Crumb kind of anthology, and this has a really great. It's a wordless, but what's it called? Um,
Hmm.
Dang it.
It's just a, like, short story kinda thing?
Yes, short history of America, and he's done
Oh.
this quite a few times, but I think this issue was famous for it. But basically, it just starts off with like
Mhm.
nothing but nature, and then as the panels go on, you start getting into like the railroad. Now they're building
Mm,
houses and dirt roads.
yeah.
Now they're building power lines, and it's just like kind of shows you over time how we have basically just destroyed this planet. Um, very, very much
Oh,
kind of like a rebellious kind of
yeah.
protesting stance.
A little bit of a commentary.
Yes, yes.
I gotta keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, wordless, enough said. Love Robert Crumb, obviously.
Mm,
And lastly, uh, I've recently focused. So there's a comic book YouTuber. I don't know. Maybe he's controversial. Maybe he's not. But I kind of like him. What's his name? Can't even think of his name.
oh,
But anyways, he's been on
alright.
this journey of he like a long time ago he had sold his whole slabbed comic collection and
Mm,
recently was inspired to regain it.
mm,
And it kind of reminded me that I like to collect signature series 9/8 of like some of my favorite creators.
yes.
And so I've recently purchased a few to add to my collection, and I'm kind of looking for ones that are on the lower end.
Mm,
And I found a really cool one from a series I
mm,
love, which is Power Man and Iron Fist, that Sanford Green did the illustration on,
yeah.
and just a fun, really fun series. Uh, and of course, just beautiful artwork. And this one's signed by Sanford Green, which was my selling point.
Mm.
But it's also autographed by David Walker, who was the writer on this series as well.
Nah, dude, that's
Um,
such a great pull.
yeah, it really is. I'm trying to get ones that have significance to me. So
Mm,
like I'm a big Power Man and Iron Fist fan. I'm collecting, every run. Um, and this is one of my favorites. Definitely my favorite drawn, because we love Sanford.
mhm.
Um, and so, signed by Sanford, it's issue number 1, it's a 9/8, it's got all the qualifications to make it significant and meaningful to me. So,
No, that's sweet, dude. That's such
yeah,
and where'd you find that one, if you don't mind me asking?
I've just been looking on eBay because I know, like, a few years ago there was this big like push for graded comics, and I think the
Mm,
bottom of that kind of has fallen out a little bit, and so you actually can find some really great. Like that one was only after shipping was only $70, and so like to
alright.
to me that's a pretty solid price for. They probably paid, I don't know, 35, 40 to get it graded.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's a 9.8, which is about as good as you can get with that company. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of view those just as like art pieces with the solidified autograph. I don't know, I've got the run, I've read it.
Yeah.
It's okay to have one encapsulated. So
Mhm. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
That's a great little haul you got there.
yeah. Um, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of online shopping since I
Mm.
haven't been able to get away from the workplace. So I'm curing that itch one way or another. But yeah, Eric, right, yeah, right there with Eric. It's just yeah, I wouldn't call it like a super meaningful
Mm.
run by any means. It's just a lot of fun. Like you could pick that up and read it anytime, and
Nice.
yeah,
I think
enjoy
I've
it.
read a couple issues from that run. Just a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was only about 13 to
Mhm.
15 issues, and it kind of separated into like maybe two or three different short story runs.
Mm.
But just a lot of fun. I love those guys as a duo. And yeah.
Oh yeah. I uh I've just been picking up my usual
Oh yeah, you have.
my usual Gundams, obviously, first and foremost. But for comics, I've just been picking up
Oh.
my weekly reads, which is mostly just absolute stuff and some Moon Knight. I think that's all I've picked up. Literally
Yeah.
for the last few months, it's just been absolute and Moon Knight. But I did pick up some Gundams, and I have built a few, so I would like to show those off real quick because I think they're very fun. This is my Zagok, and my running joke is "Don't stare at my Zagok." But there we go. That's a little guy. Nice, quick, easy build. That one only cost me $10 and took me about 2 hours to build. And then we get to some more of the more complicated ones. This
Yeah, that
is
other one, Zagok, I would
Mhm.
not, if he was by himself, I would not guess that he was a Gundam. I don't know what I would think he was.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a guy. I mean,
No.
technically he's not a Gundam, but he is a model kit. It's a whole thing.
Mm.
But this is a Gundam. This is the RX-7800 F. I don't know. He's like kind of like the classic, but he's got this big cool backpack on with the. He's based off a one of the real life statues in Japan, which is kind of
Mm.
fun. This next one is one of my goddamn favorite designs, and
Whoa.
it's the Cubili from Gundam Zeta, this TV series. But just such a weird looking.
He's got a lightsaber?
They all got lightsabers for the most part.
Oh.
Most Gundams, yeah, carry a beam saber is what they're
Mm.
called. Um, Little fun fact: the first double ended lightsaber appeared in Gundam before the Phantom Menace. So there you go.
Oh, nice.
So they had them years prior. Uh, so I got those guys, and then I have one more here that is not been built.
Oh, wow.
It's the Gundam Epion, and I just wanted to pull up. I do have a couple pictures of it from someone I follow on my other Instagram, and just so we can kind of appreciate the look of this guy because it's one of probably my all-time favorite looking
Whoa.
mechs. Um,
Jeez.
and it's just want to the design of this guy is just so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Gundam Epion from the Gundam Wing series, and this will be my last model kit from that series because I will have completed all of the Gundam
Oh,
Wing
wow.
series. So I'll have a
That's
nice
cool.
lineup of all those beautiful early 2000s kind of what brought Gundam into the mainstream of North America was that series. So I'm very excited to finish that one off. But yeah, those are my hauls, my little pickups for the couple of weeks here, and been busy building them. And yeah, I've been building. It's fun. I love it. Recommend
Yeah.
it to anybody if you have free time. But yeah, um, do you want to get? We got a couple top fives. We got two top fives to burn through
Well,
today.
yeah, to be fair, one of them I was only able to really
Oh
nail
right,
in three.
three. but I've got a couple extras we can talk about afterwards.
Okay.
I think it might
I
surprise you.
probably like them.
Yeah, you definitely do. Um, but I think we're gonna talk about some characters that we think have been written rather well in the last few years. At least I think these characters have
Mm,
been written
yep.
rather well. For I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they kind of. I think all of these characters on the list kind of got the short end of the stick at one point or another in terms of popularity or just like solid writing,
Hmm.
um, or just their perception among fans has always been a little like, do they matter? Do they not matter? Who's to say? But we're going to start with a little list here of some of the characters I think have been written rather well. And one character I wanted to start off with is
Oh
my
yeah.
boy John Kent, the uh, the Superman among all the Supermans. Um,
Man,
this
that's a
character just
wicked cover too. Jeez.
I I tried to choose covers that I actually had.
Oh.
I couldn't find them in my collection, but this is from Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths
Hmm.
number 7, which came out a couple of years ago. And I feel like this character in the last few years has been kind of getting a little bit more of a spotlight on him. I feel like for a long time he was just like the little kid Superman and didn't really have a solid place. I think he was kind of, alongside Damian Wayne, like they were kind of like a more dynamic duo, but I think on his own he kind of got the short end of the stick, if you will. But now
Hmm.
I feel like he's being given the spotlight a little more often and has kind of been given a little more value, a little more urgency. The Dark Crisis was a good event that kind of gave him a bit of a spotlight, and in his kind of solo series, he's been developed more. Uh, and then in one of his recent solo series, I can't remember who wrote it. Tom Taylor, right? Tom King, Tom Taylor, I think. And where he went into the Injustice universe and kind of like that was a whole crazy thing because I don't know if you're familiar with Injustice, but that's the one where Superman kills Lois Lane while she's pregnant with the baby boy, and now the baby boy shows up into the universe, and I think it's just fantastic,
Yeah.
really cool, uh, and I think he's been given a fair opportunity to kind of step into the light again among so many Superman characters. It's nice when they're kind of given a little more time to shine, if you will.
Yeah.
And then we've got a character that you picked here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Uh, you got any comments on for us?
Well, n- I just love the character.
Mm,
To be f- to be honest, I really love him from the Golden Age. I think
mm,
uh Solomon Grundy kind of debuted, and
mm,
I just kind of like the dynamic between them two. Um, Truthfully, a character that I would like to get a little bit more of these
mm,
days. I think he had a solo series a while back that I really enjoyed. But I don't know if there is anything with him in it currently. I'm
mm,
not on to what it is. But definitely kind of on the flip side of what
mm.
you were just saying, how they're kind of shining a light
Yeah.
on him, maybe not so much on him. But just a character that I love and would love to see more of.
Oh yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's that's accurate because I think I've only seen him appear in a few things, and he kind of just plays the dad role a lot of the time. And I would
Yeah,
like to see him kind
I
of
mean
pop out.
he is from the golden age, so
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But
but
I think he,
I really
yeah. Go ahead.
love like the Justice Society stuff, and
Yeah,
so maybe getting so I know they've done modern stuff, but maybe something soon would be nice, or
I
yeah,
think
just
he was in the Elseworld story of the Gotham by Gaslight. There's like a newer Gotham by Gaslight
yeah,
series, and I think he kind of appeared a little bit more in there.
yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
and he had a. I think this cover is from
Mm,
his solo series, which I don't know when that was.
mhm.
Somewhere within the last 3 or 4 years, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I think again, I think you're right. I think this is a character that could deserve a little more of that limelight in the modern era. Ag-
Definitely.
It's kind of one of those tricky things where you have how many Superman characters and how many Green Lantern characters, and
Yeah.
sometimes you make sure everyone gets a little bit of give everyone a year or something. Just give them 12 issues and
Yeah,
make it some quality stuff.
yeah. Or give us some old stories. Shoot. I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be against that.
yeah, make it. I mean,
Revamp some old stories, modernize some old story. I don't know. I would
that would
just
be
love to see more of them.
that'd be an interesting. That'd be interesting to see if they ever get to that point where they take old runs or certain couple issues of a story and revamp them, not rewrite them, but
Yeah,
give them a fresh coat of paint kind of thing.
sure,
But
exactly. It'd be fun.
yeah, just to see what would happen. Yeah. The next character is one of my picks, and that's Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah,
Uh, this series, I think this is volume 4 of Harley Quinn, started off so strong. Uh, and in fairness, did kind of fall off by the late 20s into like the issue 40 or so. But my understanding, it's kind of started picking back up again. I've got to really catch up.
yeah,
But this was one of those series that I've just felt Riley Rosimo on art was one of the, like a wake up call to me. I was like, I do not like this at all. And then about 3 issues in, I was like, I love this so much. This is awesome. This character is being written with so much love and fun. Um, and yeah, I will always look very fondly back at that first first issues of volume 4. So, and we'll move on to one of your picks, which I also happen to
yeah.
agree on.
So when we were making the list, I kind of felt like I had to pick between one or the other, which I
Yeah.
I guess I didn't necessarily have to. Because we were trying to go with five, I could have picked them both. But whatever. This is the way my brain works, which is weird. But yeah, I mean, I've just always loved Poison Ivy as a character. One of my favorite runs is Gotham City Sirens. I'm
Mm,
currently reading it right now again. And
yeah.
then just her solo run right now is just, I mean, pretty incredible. I'm not up on it because I just can't keep up. I can't believe we're as far as we are with it. I didn't think she would ever get. I kind of keep up with like the current stuff through
Mm,
Eric's channel, and so I think she's like maybe the mayor of Gotham City right now, which really makes me really want to get on the series,
mm,
back on the series.
yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing is like, her series was only supposed to be what, like 14, 15,
It was supposed
16.
to get it cut off at one
Yeah.
point, I thought, yes,
Yeah.
but
And then they
they,
extended it, and it's been going. And
yeah,
I think, let's do that for more characters, right?
yeah,
Uh, and then we actually got a couple Marvel characters on this list. And so my pick, oh, this was your pick. This was your pick here.
yeah.
Mystique.
Uh, yeah. I will admit, I have not read a ton of Mystique.
Mm,
I'm a huge fan of the character design, which is kind of like what gets my interest going with her. However, I really liked oh, what was that series? With Nightcrawler, Uncanny Nightcrawler.
mm,
I really liked that series and kind of the story that was told with that, and I guess maybe some closure we got with that series with Mystique and Nightcrawler and kind of that whole thing.
mm.
Um, but I love her. I mean, she's a great character.
And I'm in the same boat. Anytime she pops up in anything else, it's always like, oh snap,
Yeah,
Mystique's
exactly.
going up. Something's about to go down. We're
Yeah.
about to get some shenanigans.
Hmm.
And then it's even better when she pops up when you're like, you've already read an issue, and then like the last panel is like one of the characters you were just reading is now it was actually Mystique all along, and you're
Yeah.
like, classic,
Yeah.
classic, love
Yeah.
it.
Really love her.
And it's funny you picked this character because kind of go back to back here because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I love Mystique, but actually, you know who I really love?
Yeah.
Destiny.
And this was another one of those
Yeah.
situations where I felt like I had to pick and choose
Hmm.
because again, I really love this character as well.
Oh, during the Inferno. Inferno story right before a lot of the kind of the end of the Krakoa stuff of the X-Men. Her and Mystique were just there were some great plot lines in there where they were just interrogating people, and like I think Destiny's power is so interesting, so cool. The way she's able to kind of see the future, but only in certain kind of moments and times, and things shift. And what was she? I think even the was it Axe, the Avengers X Men Eternals event that happened a couple of years ago. I think she played a bit of a role.
Hmm.
She's played a big part in kind of the ending of Krakoa, which was really cool. I think this is just another one of those characters that when she shows up, you know something's going down.
Yeah.
It's like her, same thing with Mystique, right? When they show up, you know something funky is going on in the background, and you're gonna find it out as the story kind of unfolds. And I think it's really hard to do characters that can see the future,
Yeah.
but to
Well,
do
and
them well,
they
yeah.
almost leave you wanting more. Like it's not
Mm,
these aren't necessarily. I mean, I think Mystique has had solo series, but
mhm,
not often. And like I don't know. I just think these are characters that they definitely do a good job at making you want more of, but not like oversaturating you with it.
totally. So we're gonna step back to DC here for, I mean, kind of DC, but obviously DC, but also a little, a little something different. It's Mr. John Constantine, however you want to say it. Uh, a character that, again, anytime he shows up, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know something fishy is going on in one way or another, and he's one of my absolute all-time favorite characters. And again, it's one of those times where I could be reading a story and be really like kind of invested in it, but the second John appears, it's like, okay,
I'm all in.
I'm
Yeah.
all in now. All
He
right, you
should have
got
been
me.
on my list too.
It's okay. He still made it on the list,
Yeah.
anyways. We're talking about him, and I, and I love the way he interacts with. He can interact with any character out
Yeah.
there, and it's always going to be interesting. It's always going to be entertaining, and there's always going to be that kind of slight, like, the writers are just having a ton of fun writing this character because he's
Mhm.
just a piece of crap, but also you're rooting for him so hard. Uh,
Yeah.
and especially I really liked him in the Dark Knights of Steel Elseworld series, where he was like kind of more of like the magician in the kingdom, and then you get him in other series where he's like the pivotal character that's like, are we going to lose this fight, or are we going to win this fight? I don't know, but oh, here comes Johnny.
Yeah.
And you know his stuff is just, I love him. I love this character so much.
Yeah.
And we've got one more on the list here, and I think you'll know them, and that's our good friend Kitty Pride.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's a wonderful cover.
Yeah, I got the little
Wow.
Lockheed in the background there.
Yeah. Like the graffiti. Yeah.
Yeah, looks.
Dang.
And talk about characters having just such simple powers, but using them to such great effect.
Mm.
I mean, because her time as like an assassin, anytime that kind of stuff pops up where she's, you know, snapping necks, which is not very often, but I've seen it a couple times. Uh, I love it. I love it. I think she's deserves a little, I don't know, a little more
Mm.
sometimes. But then I love whenever she is in the spotlight because it's always a lot of fun. I love seeing her power, and she kind of brings a lightheartedness to the story sometimes. Where things might be a little dark and dreary, and then you get the Kitty Pride moment, and you're like, this is fun. This is still fun. Um,
Yeah.
but I still think of it was the fall of Krakoa, where yeah, obviously the X Men are being hunted down, and things are going south for them, and she just gets so pissed off, and she's literally snapping dudes' necks and like
Yeah.
running her hand through helmets, and then just like, oh my god, yeah, some great stuff. Pulling guys like halfway underground and chopping them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love Kitty Pride. Let me say. Speaking of Kitty Pride, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but plot twist for you. Happy Pride Month. and these were all of our some of our favorite characters that are Pride related. And I
Yep.
know it's the end of the month, but we just wanted to do a little something something for that because these are amazing characters, and if you say otherwise, you can I don't know, go away.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think those are some great characters. I think they deserve a little spotlight every now and then, and I think there's a lot of great characters out there, and I hope to see more great characters out there. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say about that.
Yeah, it was tough because it's not like really a thing that I even give a second thought to. I just like if I love the character, I love the character, you know.
Yeah.
And so then when it comes down to the list, it's like, oh man, like where do I even start with that? Like,
Well, and that's the thing, right? Is and I think these characters, they're important that they exist. I think they're important that they are given opportunities to exist,
hmm,
regardless of how you may feel about it. It's they're there's there's an authenticness to them. There's a genuineness to them, and it's a whole thing with it doesn't really matter. You know, these are just like we can like characters, and those characters can be whoever they want to be, and we're still going to like them.
yep,
At least that's how I feel about
100%.
it.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
their selling point. It's just a little side note, and you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. So that was one of our top fives. We've got another top five to get right on into, and I
I'm
think
so-
you've got a you've I can see your smile on your face for this one. Um,
Yeah.
and this was one I actually didn't have enough time to put a lot of thought into. So we're going a little more kind of off the cuff of my pants here. Dave, what'd you miss? You missed us doing a top 3/5 of our favorite some of our favorite pride related characters, just to
Well,
put it.
we'll go five because
Yeah.
Constantine's on my list too,
Yeah.
and I'll throw Harley on there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. A little double whammy for you there.
yeah,
And just a fun little thing just to do to wrap up the month, the occasion.
yeah. We meant to do it last week, or we meant to do it several
I think
weeks
it was last
ago.
week. Yeah, I think it was last week, but
Okay.
we had to postpone the show unfortunately. But that's when we're back, and we wanted to make sure we squeezed it in right here at the end of the month, talking about some fun stuff, and some great characters. So yeah, you can if you feel inclined, you can hit the little rewind button and watch a little bit of that if you're in the mood. But otherwise, I think we're moving on to our next top five, which will be. I'll let you introduce this one because I again I kind of got busy and forgot to put a list together, so I'm a little doing shooting from the hip here.
Sure. Yeah, and mine was tough too because I really waited till the last minute to, but I think I did good actually. I think I just shot out the idea of like if we had, if our house was on fire and we had, of course, loved ones,
Yeah.
sentimental belongings, whatever, but
Mhm.
all of that aside, now you have only enough time to grab 5 comics from your collection.
Mhm.
And I was gonna pick like an original art piece or a print or something, but I thought I need to. It's got to be just comics. I already got my Stan Sakai out of the house,
Of
so
course,
he's
it's
he's good.
yeah, it's all
We
right.
got enough
Okay.
time to grab 5 comics, and so what would those be? So I'll go ahead and start with my first one. Um, and I'll kind of explain what I was going for here.
Sure.
Like I could grab, I don't know what a big key book is. My Usagi #1.
Mhm.
You know, I love that book. I would be devastated to lose it, but it's a book that I could easily acquire again.
Mm.
So I'm kind of going more in the direction of sentimental value, and
Yeah.
maybe it wouldn't be as easy to replace this particular book. So
Mm.
the first one on my list, and this is kind of going back to what I had told Turok #1. Well, we already got Turok out of the house too, so now
Yeah,
we're gonna.
of course.
This is going back to my little tease to Eric. So my first book that I would save would be my issue of Cosmic Toast, which is early Jim Food Works, very low print run, very hard to find, and when you do find them, they're they're pretty pricey,
Mm.
and sometimes not in the greatest of condition. So with that being said, I would save this because I don't know how easily I could replace it, and also um, it came from Eric, which is also really special to me because I think we both share a major love for Jim Mafood. And honestly, I didn't know about this book until he presented the offer to me, and then once I realized what it was, I was really grateful that he did. And I would also love to one day be able to get this signed by him. And I think a
Mm.
lot of the ability to do that rests on Dave's shoulders. So no pressure, Dave. No pressure.
Come on, you can get it. Uh, yeah, I've took a quick moment here to think of a couple here that I can rattle off real quick. Um, this is one of my first one. Again, I would have pulled all these out if I had the time.
Ooh.
And
Whoa.
not technically a comic,
Eh,
but man, if this wasn't like the first Momoko that I went and actually like hunted down, and remember like seeing it in the comic book shop, and I was like, oh man, they got it! Like they got it! I'm so stoked! Like this was early days of me getting into comics. This was absolutely the first Peach Momoko book that I actually went and hunted for. The first one I looked online, be like, how do I get this book? Like, where do I find it? Um, and if I could, I would absolutely save this book.
mm,
I just love this cover so much. I think it's just it's so unique in
yes.
terms of like it's just it looks like the it doesn't look like in Momoko because it's almost so normal, but then you get to look at the actual details of it and you're like, yeah, that's some classic Momoko right there.
Is that like a variant cover of Star Wars Insider? Because I have
Yeah,
a few. So they did variant covers for Star Wars Insiders.
they sure
Because I'm
did.
pretty sure I have the same issue, but like whatever, an A cover, which
Yeah,
I did not know was a thing.
yeah,
Do we
no,
know what this issue like that is valued at? Because I kind of want that.
I don't. You know what? I know it can't be much. It can't be a crazy amount because I don't have the cover price or whatever that the thing
Yeah,
on seals. I don't have that at the
I'm gonna
moment.
go look after the show.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. It wasn't anywhere more than like maybe 20 to 25 bucks on there. So I can't imagine it being too much.
I
Nine
love
times.
these these artists that kind of have their own unique style, like
Mm,
Peach or Stan Sakai, and then you get them on a property that you wouldn't expect them on. Like
mhm,
I've got a couple of Peach Star Wars covers, and they're like, very. I love them. Um, or like Stan, I've got a Stan Sakai Star Wars cover with
mm,
Yoda and Darth Vader fighting, which is just like, and he's done
mhm.
some other Star Wars covers too, but still just kind of something out of their norm, you know?
And again, this was like earlier, like kind of
Oh,
the
jeez.
not the early days, but the relatively early days of Momoko, where some of her stuff was just so spooky looking, and then to do this, it was
Yeah,
just like, man, this is just like the classic gunslinger pose, and with the little bit of dust, and it's Mando. I'm like, come on,
yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
yeah. So this was the first one I thought of when we were kind of coming up with this idea.
Yeah, Dave said it's a Frankie's Comics variant, which is
I
kind
think there
of
might be
funny.
a foil one that was the exclusive, because I didn't mine
Oh,
wasn't exclusive. Mine I just found at my local comic book shop, so I don't I think there might have been a foil one that may have been exclusive.
yeah, do a deep dive on Frankie's. You guys will have a very good time with that thing.
Oh gosh.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, no, and
silly.
you got another one here for us?
Yes. So next would be my issue of Funny Animals, which is kind of a pretty legendary underground
Mm,
comic. It's the first appearance of Mouse. Just a really, one of the more desired underground comics.
mm,
Um, Again, just one that would maybe be a little harder to replace. Um, I mean, you can find them, but they're very expensive and they're not always in the best of conditions. And this one is just, I mean, it's a really gorgeous copy. Really, colors are really vibrant on it. Jay Lynch on the back here.
Hmm.
I love my underground comics, and if I'm gonna lose, if I've only got one or two to pull from the collection, this would definitely be it.
Oh yeah. And was that one of your more recent collected
So I
books?
did, yeah, I got that copy last summer in that awesome collection that I bought, and
Mm,
it had a really really great underground collection in it that Dave bought the majority of that collection, and
mm.
so he was gracious enough to leave me with some of the
Yeah.
good underground stuff. And yeah, that kind of like, yeah, that was a real gem to add to my underground collection, because one of those ones that you really like desire, but it's just kind of like price wise, it's just a
Mm.
little out of reach. And most of the stuff in that collection was in incredible condition, so just kind of like really really scored on that.
Hell
um
yeah. I gotta say, just a quick side note here. Really glad you were able to tune in tonight, Dave. We've been missing you, uh,
yes,
and yeah,
definitely.
thanks for everyone for tuning in. But a little shout out to Dave. We always got to
Yeah,
get our Dave shout out in every
missed
episode, don't
him.
we?
Oh,
Yeah,
like five per episode.
yeah. Uh, I got one here on my list, and that is a really random book, but this is
Oh,
Avengers
weird.
Mightiest Heroes number 33. This is a Marvel Zombies variant. And the importance of this issue was it is the beginning of the Age of Khonshu event that took place in the Avengers books. And this was the first comic book I bought off the shelf, brand new.
Oh.
Uh, this was during COVID, so it was like the comic book shops weren't really getting stuff in. I remember going to my local shop and being like, I don't know how this works, but how can I pre-order this book to some capacity? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Like it'll come out next month. And I was like, sweet. And then I called them a month later, like, hey, did that book come in? They're like, no, it's coming in next month. Like, because everything was just getting pushed back and back. Um, but eventually it came out, and I was so excited to grab it because yeah, this was, before getting into the weekly polls, I had seen, the stories online being like, "Oh, the new event announced in Avengers where Moon Knight's the big evil bad guy." I was like, "What? The bad guy?" Uh, and then this was the start of that event, and I tuned in and picked up every issue, picked up a couple variants and it was so this was really what kicked it all off. Was this issue and this event, and I know a lot of people who are like diehard Moon Knight fans like hated it. uh, I loved it because it was fun to see Moon Knight be the bad guy, and he was literally going around stealing the Ghost Rider's, his car. Danny, not Danny, Robbie. That goes. What's his name?
Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes. Yeah, stealing his car. He stole like the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. He stole like the Phoenix Force. He stole like Thor's hand.
Jeez.
Like he was stealing all these mystic, and I think he even stole Iron Fist's uh whatever his power is for his fit. Like he was literally stealing all these powers, and it was just a lot of fun. It was a really fun read. It was my first time reading comics and being like, oh, can't wait for the next month's issue.
Yeah.
So this one really kicked it off for me. Like it holds a special place in my heart. And the fact it's a Marvel Zombies variant, I think it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
um but yeah, no, the whole, like, this was my first weekly variant, and this is my first
Wow.
comic. Yeah, so yeah, definitely holds
That's cool.
a very special place in me heart. Yeah, but yeah, you can take us to the next one there.
Okay. The next one would be also a recent get,
Mm,
which is my Ninja Turtles
of course.
100 Stan Sakai variant with Sakai doing, yeah,
Oh
all 4 turtle, well, all 5 turtles, because
yeah.
Jenica's in there, and then Shredder. And honestly, I think Sakai is my favorite person to draw
Mm,
turtles, even over Eastman and Laird. Um, I love his take on them. Obviously, I was so excited to get his figures that they did.
mm,
And yeah, it's autographed by him as well, which is great. And I have the connecting variant
mm.
signed by Eastman, but it did not make the list. But this one for sure did. I would not be able to let go of this. This is not easy to come by either.
Mm.
I think they were limited to just his store here.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
it
oh,
doesn't say how many they made, but
hmm.
yeah, still.
That's
It's
sweet.
also the key significance is it's the death of Splinter.
Oh,
Which, if
that's
you're currently reading, you know that he is no longer dead. They brought him back. Comics.
oh, they did that, huh? Man, they could do that for Splinter, but not Alfred, huh? R.I.P.
Oh,
Big
he'll be
Bang.
back. Don't worry.
Yeah, eventually, maybe, probably. He's alive in other continuities of Batman, so it's all right. I love it. I love the absolute Pennyworth. He's great. Uh, the next one of
Yeah.
mine is more of a recent pickup, but not super recent. Probably within the last years, maybe longer than a year ago. But that is this variant of Noctera
Mm.
#1 that first and foremost, this cover is just so bloody gorgeous. The fact you can see like the marker lines
Yeah.
on her hood, like it feels so tangible. Just the red. Oh my! mm, I love this cover. And then Noctera again is another very important series to me. Um, again, was one of those first handful of indie series that just I just absolutely fell in love with. I still want more of it. Um, and I just hope to see this come back. I know Scott Snyder's doing frying bigger fish, if you will. But I think he owes us Noctera fans a little bit of a revisit here because yeah, this was such a great series. This was a number
Yeah.
one, and yeah, man, this would be one book I'm grabbing out of that burning house for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
that's beautiful.
yeah, man, it's such a for anyone who hasn't read that series, I would recommend going and giving it a read. I think they were supposed to do a Netflix show or something eventually, but
Yeah, I think at one point it was kind of
it
really
was talk.
hot.
Yeah, it was talk.
I think
Yeah.
I've jumped into it, but I think I only have like the first 4 or 5 issues, so I'm kind of loo- loosely
Yeah.
on the hunt for the rest of them if I come across them.
Absolutely recommend it. It's a really fun and cool read. Really cool bad guys. Really cool world building. And yeah, I think we're owed a little bit more of this, a little more Noctero somewhere down the road. But man, I could stare at that. I could stare at this
Yeah.
cover all day long, man. It's beautiful. Um, but yeah, I'll pass it back over
Cool.
to you here.
So this is my second to last. Um, so this was just a book that could easily be replaced
Mm,
minus one part, which I could probably get. But that's my copy of Silver
mm,
Surfer 50, um,
mm-hmm,
signed by my favorite Ron Lim right there with a
mm-hmm.
fading Sharpie, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, but not a hard book even to find signed
Mm,
by him. However,
mhm,
I was so excited to meet him. I
mhm,
thought, and typically I'm not willing to really spend a lot of time in a line. I don't usually care
mm.
who the fuck it's for. I'm
Yeah,
not waiting in a line for them.
true.
However, I was more than happy to potentially have to stand in line for hours
Mm,
to see him. Uh, and I'll just never forget thinking like, oh, this is gonna, he's gonna be busy.
mm,
I, you know, I was there right at the start of the con, and it's typically pretty long line, and so it took a while to get into the show.
mhm,
And I just remember like not a soul in sight around him.
Mm,
Just walked right up to him.
yeah.
Um, and I got this signed by him, and I talked to him for a very short period. I had so much I wanted to say to him,
Mm.
and he actually paid me a compliment about a shirt that I had made,
Hmm.
and that totally just threw me off my game.
Yeah.
Totally forgot how to communicate with humans,
Yeah.
and don't even really know what I fumble fucked my way through. But it was just he was such a nice guy. I
Mm,
actually totally like I totally had like other stuff I wanted signed by him
mhm.
and just completely forgot to get it signed.
Yeah.
Like just got this one book, and yeah, just so cool.
Yeah.
And I'll just I wouldn't be able to replace the memory
Mm,
that's attached to this book. Um and it's a really great issue too. One of my favorite issues of Surfer, and it kind
mm,
of kicks off uh the Infinity Gauntlet, which
mm,
kind of starts with like in the movie where the Hulk crashes through and
mhm.
warns Doctor Strange and them about Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
Same thing, but with the Surfer. The
Mm,
whole issue is based around Thanos tormenting Surfer,
mm,
showing him what a hypocrite he is, and um, he's able to escape and warn Earth that Thanos is coming.
oh,
So kind of a key significant book in that aspect too, but most importantly, just the memory that's attached to it. Meeting Ron Lim, I really wish he would come back out this way so I could
mm,
kind of like uh
yeah.
have another chance at that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if he ever will. So I'm just really grateful for the opportunity I had to meet him and get one of my favorite books signed by him.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great. Oh man, I have that issue as well, and it's the I don't know. It's not. Is it? It's not quite a foil, but I guess it is technically a foil on there.
Well,
It's
yeah, it is. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, it's not a full foil. It's
yeah,
just
a
which I
partial
mean is
foil.
just great. They did do a
Oh,
really good job on that.
beautiful.
And then yeah, and this like the best part is like this copy is super mint condition.
Mm,
The foil's really nice and solid and shiny and not like scuffed up or anything.
yeah,
I do wish the signature was a little better, but it is what it is.
it's got a
But yeah,
story. Yeah.
a really great issue, and like Infinity War is probably one of my favorite um Marvel movies, I guess, but
Mm,
it's the comic with it being Surfer that kind of warns
mm,
Earth, just so much better. S-
yeah.
So much better than the Hulk.
Oh yeah. I
But
agree.
still,
Yeah.
Infinity War, Endgame, great movies as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have to give him a rewatch one of these days. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
My next cover here is a Jeffrey Vigere
Ooh,
cover
yeah.
of Danny Moonstar. This was another again kind of close to the beginning of my comic collecting, and I had seen that these covers were coming out. Think I picked up a few of them locally because I'm like, oh, those are really interesting and unique covers. Like that's crazy. And they were for like Native American History Month in the U.S. or whatever. But I was like, damn, those are awesome. And so I decided that I was going to get them all. I decided I was going to get the entire all these covers. I did my best to hunt them, and then eventually I couldn't get them all at my local shop, so I actually ordered a bunch of them online. I think this was one of the ones I ordered. So this was among the first comic books I ordered online
Oh yeah.
and got delivered to me home at the time. And just I love the design of these things, man. Like the coloring is fantastic, the artwork's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's Northwest Coast,
Hmm.
indigenous inspired, which is as an
Wasn't
indigenous
he
person.
from Seattle?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
And rest in peace.
yeah,
What a tragedy, because he was
yeah,
such a great artist. I loved these covers.
so
Um,
talented.
Did you ever? Do you have his Hulk one?
Oh, I have all the ones
Oh, you
from
got
this
them
run.
all.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
And
love that Hulk one. Oh
oh,
my gosh.
the Spider-Man one's great.
Yeah.
The Black Panther one is great. There's one for Kushala, the Spirit of Vengeance, who's a Ghost Rider, but also the Sorcerer Supreme.
Ooh, I've never
So,
seen that one.
give me 2 seconds here. I'm sure I can find it for us
I
here.
and that oh my god, yes. Oh, those
Not
are
this
so
one here.
good.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I need all of those. That's all of them right there?
So the Spider-Man,
Ooh.
Black Panther, Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Moonstar, Kushala, Thor, and then
Oh,
Black
that
Widow.
Venom one is cool too. Oh
The
my
Venom one
gosh.
was from the one issue Legacy 200.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh wow.
such a
That was
great.
a thick book.
That
Wow.
was the one with the thick boy. That was the one with thick boys. I think this is a 1 in 50 for
Ooh.
Heroes
Oh
Reborn,
my goodness.
which again, it's just these don't look like comic books. Like these are
Yeah.
pieces of art.
No, totally. Yeah. That
And
that Iron Man one looks really good too.
oh,
Oh.
they're 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 gorgeous.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And so I'm still so grateful that I was able to pick all of these up when they were being released. And some of them you might find in dollar bins. Um,
Oh yeah.
some of them you may never come across again because
That one's great.
folks are holding on to them. And uh, if you ever see his Mopop Spectacular Spidey exclusive scoop, it is very rare. I'm
Mm.
gonna, I, yeah, he's man, yeah, he's got some incredible stuff. I know for a long time I was looking at a graded version of his Werewolf by Night
Oh yeah.
book, and I think it was a glow in the dark cover. And I was like, I still kick myself for not picking it up back in the day, but yeah, man, he's one of my favorite artists. So this was and it was tough choosing among his different covers, but I love uh, an indigenous artist
Yeah.
doing indigenous artwork on an indigenous character. And I
There
was
you
like,
go.
come on, thank you,
Yeah. That's
thank you,
beautiful.
Marvel, for putting these out because these are amazing.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's
Sometimes they do some all
sometimes
right.
they used to do some pretty good stuff back in the day. Every now
Yeah.
and then, yeah, yeah, they do some heaters. But yeah, why don't we pass it back to you for number 5?
Yeah, so this last one, and I picked it for last because my favorite part about this hobby is just the hunt,
Mm.
the digging, what kind of treasures are you going to find, what kind of deals are you going to strike. Um and um I
Got me
don't
on the
I
edge
don't
of
know
my
where.
seat here, my
Yeah.
friend.
Anyway, so my
Oh.
issue, my issue of Batman, oh what is it? 234,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face. Really classic, Neil Adams cover, and of course, it's the copy that I found in the basement, signed by the
Mm.
late great Neil Adams.
Wow.
Um, one of my favorite artists, but I cannot say that like maybe at some point, but definitely not at this time would
Mhm.
I like seek out his signature on eBay or something.
Mm.
Most definitely a signature that I would love to have in my collection,
Yeah.
and maybe eventually would have, um, but most definitely not a signature that I was ever expecting to find in the wild while hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'll just never forget the day that you know I just happened to like I probably wasn't even gonna buy this book
Mm.
prior to opening it up and finding the signature. It's a great
Yeah.
book. It's a book that I wanted, but I knew it was going to be expensive, and I was
Mm.
going probably for more for quantity over, high value.
Yep. Yep.
But of course, as soon as I opened it up, I had to have it, and really thankful for the deal that I was able to get. I think Joe and Parker, the
Mm.
owner at Ron's, kind of like understood my excitement for finding this and
Mm.
like just how badly I really, really wanted it. And they were very they were very fair with the price that they gave me
Nice.
on this. More than fair.
Mm, generous.
And yeah, and it makes me feel really bad because I'm coming up on 1 year of not walking through their front doors, but that's a whole nother story. I love those guys regardless.
Mm,
I love Ron's and Joe and Parker. So I mean, just yeah, kind of the like everything.
mm.
I'm a autograph collector. I love me some autographs. And just really happy that I got this. Yeah, I mean, I would have probably at some point seeked out a Neil Adams autograph, and so
Mm.
the fact that I was able to score one hunting in the wild just makes it that much sweeter.
Oh, you make a lot of people jealous with that story there. I'll tell you that much. You
Yeah, crazy. And I would really, the only other one would be a Jack Kirby. Like there's
mm,
uh yeah, not I don't I'm what am I saying? There's so many other
mm.
autographs I would love to get, but Neil Adams is definitely a great one, and I still
He still needs to be
yeah.
let loose in that
Well,
basement.
I can't confidently say that I'm your key to that basement anymore. Because yeah, I haven't been there in almost a year now.
You just need to show up and do some sweet talking. You
I will
can.
soon. I will soon. I've stayed in touch with Parker,
Mm,
and he's not like nobody's holding it against me.
mm.
Um, so I'll show face soon. But the last thing I'm gonna do after staying out of the store for so long is ask for the treat of going in the
Yeah.
basement. I'm far from their best customer now,
Yeah.
so I need to go back in there and kind of earn it again. But
There's one thing I find really funny about comic collectors. It's the only people who are like eager to get into somebody's basement.
oh, for sure, it's funny how it's like such a thing,
Yeah.
like the basement, the comic store's basement.
Oh, you want to get in that? You want to be locked up in that basement? Uh,
Oh man.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've all, well, if we
And
can
with
make it
all
in the
the I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of basements out there, but this one in particular is
Mhm.
really nasty and probably not safe to be in. But
That's how you know that's how you know you're gonna
the
find some
places we'll
quality.
go for a
Yeah.
Neil Adams autograph, I
Mhm.
guess.
Make it dark and dingy and full of spiders and mice. I'll still hunt my way through it if it means you find some gold at the end, right? Uh, I've got one more on my list here. We'll wrap it up here pretty quick, but I think this is a bit of an obvious one for the folks who know me. It's my Moon Knight number one
Ooh.
by David Mack, Virgin. I can't remember what this store was. It was exclusive to, but this was also the first exclusive comic variant I've ever. I think it's the only one I've ever ordered online as well. I don't think I've ever ordered one. I haven't ordered one since. Um, but when I when I heard their Moon Knight was getting a number one way back in what was that 2000
Two or one?
2022 or something,
Yeah.
2021, something like that. Um, I was like, I like I gotta buy them all. And so I think I picked up most of the covers that were at the local shop, and then obviously I was like, I need to order this David Mack. And, I
Oh, there
had
was probably 50 variants for that number
oh, there was
one.
a ton of variants, but I kind of narrow it down between. There were so many amazing exclusive artists doing exclusive covers, but I was like, I'm like this piece is just phenomenal. I
Mm,
mean, this is everything you want in a Moon Knight cover. You have the stages of the moon, snaking their way down through the cover. You've got like the Egyptian hieroglyphs kind of classically in there. You got rise, rise with the moon type right in the background. You see Khonshu, you see like just this. It's just eye candy for Moon Knight
mm,
fans. I can look at this cover and see so many different. You've got the actual Khonshu bird head skull right there. Like it's just everything's in there,
yeah.
and I just this is one of those pieces of the comics that I have hanging on my wall.
Yeah.
It's always since I got it, it's been hanging in a frame on the wall. Because it's just so special to me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and this would be the first book I grab. You know, like out of In the Fire, this is the first. Mostly because I know exactly where it is. It's easy to grab, but this
Yeah,
is easily like number one. I love this cover so much, man.
yeah,
And
it's
David
beautiful.
Mack, yeah, David Mack, the incredible artist. I mean, anything that guy touches is low key gold.
Such a
Um,
nice guy too. Man, just such a I just love
mhm,
seeing him. He does all the Northwest cons every year.
mhm,
Like he's there. I don't think he does SummerCon, which is kind of
mhm,
odd, but he always does Emerald City and
mhm.
Rose City, and I always have to make it a point to just go by and get something because he's just
Oh yeah, it just seems like it's,
one of
and
the
I
more pleasant creators to interact with because
and
sometimes they can be jerks or
yeah.
just not like very kind of passive like
Mhm.
yeah.
Which always makes me jealous whenever you share those stories about
Yeah,
him because I'm like, he's my number. He's like I love Momoko, but David Mack he's just like insanely close second. And the fact he's just right across that border makes me so
yeah.
mad sometimes because I'm like, just come to come to BC just once so I can meet you and get this book signed. Because if I could get this book signed, I'd be done. I
Well,
could
and
tap out.
not I was gonna say I hate, but I don't hate that
Mhm.
he's become such a like prominent cover artist because
Mm.
I also think his interior work is
Mm.
really underrated and not like
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to do it, but he doesn't do enough of it anymore,
Mm. Yeah.
which is too bad. Um,
Mm. It's true. It's true. Guys,
but
I mean, he probably just loves doing these crazy watercolor things, right? Like
sure, he
that's kind of
probably
a
makes really great money doing it too. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's probably a little bit easier than
Mm.
doing a full interior,
Oh,
panels and such.
oh, and I'm sure I feel like there's he does them occasionally, right? Like, didn't he
Yeah.
do? Yeah, I know he was doing covers for Axis. What was it that was coming out? It was one of the Red Band Marvel's books. It comes, like the was it Axe? It was a Jessica Cruz one. I thought. I don't know if he was doing the interiors for it though.
Oh, he's doing well right now. I think he's maybe doing Alias. I didn't get it, so I
Oh,
don't know.
Alias, right, right.
But yeah, there is. I think there's or maybe it's over already. But there was an
Mm,
Alias Red Band. I don't
yeah.
know if he was doing the interiors.
Mm.
Um,
And of course
yeah,
Kabuki. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Of course.
that's kind of what I'm referring to. His
Yeah.
Kabuki stuff was so good. Just very underrated. I think underrated and underappreciated
Mhm.
because yeah, I've got all of that stuff. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, man. I could yeah. I could look at David Mack art all day long and never complain.
Actually, my Kabuki number one with his autograph and he did a what do you call it, the remark on it.
Mhm.
That that was one that was I was having a really hard time not putting it on my list here, but again, I could easily get another number one, and I probably could get it remarked at Rose City
Yeah.
later this year. So that was ultimately what made me stray away from that one.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Again, he's on my list. I don't even have nothing
But
signed
my
by him.
house burnt down, so I don't really have the money to be. So yeah,
Ah,
it's fun. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought of that on the fly and threw it at you. It just seemed like a
yeah.
fun little thing. I'd love to see other people do that too, like what their five things would be.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If you can scoundrel up 5 books, maybe send it to us via the Instagrams at the Paper and Plastic Instagram. Send us a little message with a couple of pictures of your 5 favorite books or books you want to save in a burning building, and maybe we'll share them next time on the show. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. But man, it's funny. We were talking about before the show. Maybe
Doing a
we'll
short show.
doing a bit of a shorter show, and here we are, one of our longer ones in a while. But I think that does it for us. Unless there's anything else you want to mention.
I don't think so.
Mm,
Life is really busy for me right now, so I don't know what our schedule holds, but we may miss a week or we may consecutively do 8 weeks in a row. I don't know, but we will be back at some point.
yeah,
We will notify you probably 30 minutes before we're going to be back. But
I
we're
have been
definitely not going anywhere.
I have been trying to get better at posting the live, like actually like creating the live stream like a day. I try to
Yeah.
do a day before, like I try to do it on the Saturday so you can see because I hopefully we're confirmed
Yeah, I
by
think YouTube
Saturday.
does an okay job. Like if you've
Yeah.
got the bell notification, it will
Hmm.
tell you.
Yeah.
Because I do like on my Dr. Plagueis YouTube, I do
Hmm.
get the notification that you've made the live stream, which
Yeah.
makes me happy that if there are people that have that switch on,
Yeah.
they know we're coming.
Yeah, and yeah, just keep an eye out, just Sunday nights, just pop over to YouTube, give a quick look, and usually it'll say like we're live or something. And if you see we're live, tune on in, come on
Yeah.
over, hang out. But if you miss us, you can always rewatch our all of our episodes, all 60 episodes now, which
Yeah,
is
pretty cool.
crazy, crazy. I think we're at 60. And 9 pound grid. Hit that bell if you haven't already. If you want to, yeah,
And
do
I'm happy to see the usual suspects,
it.
like we're not necessarily growing. Maybe we've even shrunk a little bit, but all my friends are here
That's
and
important.
I'm really happy that you guys are here
Yeah,
because
happy.
that's really what it's about.
And Samrock, thank you. I'm only I can only assume you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
He is
Uh,
our ride or die dude. Our
he is
our
our
number one dude for sure. Since
producer
day
behind
one.
behind the shadows. So yeah, I think that does it for us. Tune in again whenever we're back. Hopefully next Sunday, and yeah, feel free to binge through 60 episodes of content. And yeah, we thank you guys for hanging out with us and enjoy your coming up Monday. And yeah, we'll catch you guys. We'll see you when we see you. All right,
Yep.
guys. See ya.
See you guys.